Death on the Nile is the spiritual whodunit mystery thriller sequel to Murder on the Orient Express. Is this movie worth a watch? Well, I was lucky enough to see this film early, so I'm gonna give you my quick thoughts right now. Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic, and I want to say thank you so much for being here, clicking on this video. I'm sending a ton of positive vibes your way. Today I'm going to give you my honest, no BS, non-spoiler review for Death on the Nile and let you know if it's worth a watch. If it's your first time here and you want to support the channel, then hit like and subscribe, but if you really want to support the channel, then come follow me on Patreon. We got a great community on there, tons of exclusive content. I hope to see you guys there. And I want to thank my partners at Movie Scene Canada for making this screening possible. Their link will be down below in the description. So, we have Death on the Nile from director Kenneth Branagh, and you know him from such films as Artemis Fowl, ouch, Belfast, much better film, Thor, Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, and Cinderella. And it stars Kenneth Branagh as well, Gal Gadot, Armie Hammer, Russell Brand, Annette Bening, and many, many, many more. And the story is about Detective Hercule Poirot. Yes, my Canadian French is clashing with the Belgian French in this one, but he's Agatha Christie's famous detective, and of course he's investigating a murder on the Nile. It's pretty simple. But is this film worth a watch? I'm gonna say, yeah, sure, why not? Again, this movie's not gonna blow your socks off. This movie's not changing the narrative or breaking the mold by any means. And really, you're not gonna be missing much if you don't watch this movie. But if you watch the trailer and you say, you know what? I think I'll enjoy that movie. Give it a watch, I think you will too. Because sure, this movie has flaws, but for me, I had a fun time. And here's why. I love the style of this movie. This movie felt like it had a unique voice. Now, I've said this in other videos before, but I can watch a movie that doesn't have the most intriguing story in the world, or it's not breaking the mold in terms of its narrative, or it has the most complex characters, but if the movie feels like it has a unique voice, a unique style, then I'll give it a chance. And Death on the Nile definitely does that. Kenneth Branagh is definitely a solid director, and you can really see it here because I just loved seeing 1930s Egypt. I loved the costumes, I loved the sets, I loved the makeup, and the feel of this movie, the tone, really endearing. The score is really great as well, so this movie definitely has that majestic feeling to it. And I like the cast, especially Kenneth Branagh. You know, he is charming, he is witty, he is a master at his craft, and I always love seeing characters who are masters of their craft. It's always very endearing to see that on screen, and he has a great sense of humor. I was laughing many times in this movie, more than I thought I would. But his sense of humor is just so wonderful, and I love how he's investigating and he's finding out all those little clues. It's really engaging. So again, he is the real star of this movie. And he has an all-star cast around him. Every single person is a suspect, and they all do a great job as well. Because that's what you really need for a whodunit story. You need a giant cast, and every single person at least has one particular motive. And it's fun to piece together the puzzle. But there are three things in this movie that I wasn't the biggest fan of. Number one, it takes a very long time to get to the murder, to get to the investigation, to get to the parts where all the puzzle pieces are coming together. Number two, the time getting to that murder, the first act of the film, is pretty wonky. The pacing is fast and slow, then fast and slow. I felt like I was watching a Baz Luhrmann film, and the editing was just all over the place. It was a very messy start. And number three, with a whodunit story, I want to be taken through some twists and turns, and this film does have them, but the theme of this movie is love. Love will conquer all. It's a terrible French accent, I apologize, but I gotta try it at least once. But yes, love is the answer. Love will conquer all. Love is the most important thing in the world. You know, all's fair in love and war. Love, 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 love. Gee, I wonder who the killer is. So if you really start to peel the layers back and you really start to think about it logically, okay, they're talking about love a lot. I wonder where the film is going. Now, warranted, this film did give me some twists and turns that I genuinely did not see coming, but this movie is not the most unpredictable movie in the world. I guess I could have just said that the movie is predictable, but there were some twists and turns that I liked, but for the most part I'm like, well, it's probably them. And turns out it was them. So, but getting there was a bit of a fun ride, but you could see the destination in the distance. Oh, and by the way, the prologue, just dumb. Just straight up dumb. Just cut it. So yes, while Death on the Nile is a very take it or leave it type of movie, I decided to take it, and I had fun with it. So I'm gonna give this movie a 3 out of 5. I did enjoy my time with it. I did like it. Again, it's not gonna blow your socks off. It's not the most revolutionary movie in the world. It's a fun movie. If you get a chance to see it for cheap or on streaming and you want to give it a shot, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So those are my thoughts on Death on the Nile. What are yours? Leave them down below in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear them. And thank you so much for sticking with me to the end of the video. If you want to see more videos just like this and want to support the channel, then definitely hit that subscribe button. I know you want to. It's free. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Letterboxd at BrandoCritic. And if you really want to support the channel, then you can go follow me on Patreon, just like these lovely people right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.